Count it up.
Anyone here a fan of Transformers? All right, me neither. I was though. No, as a kid, Transformers was one of my favorite things to watch. But I recently rewatched them all as an adult, and it just pisses me off that none of them turn into taco trucks. Like, yeah, like, think about it. Can you imagine like Optimus Prime rib? Like, Bumblebee's tenderloin? Like, nobody would be able to fight them. Like, it'd be too much at stake. So. It also pisses me off. Like, they all have stupid names. Like, especially the Decepticons. Like, I was watching a bunch of it, like the old cartoons. They got names like Slicer, Buzzsaw, Scalpel, and it's like, those are just things I have in my garage. Like, how did that meeting go? Like, this is Scalpel, he turns into a scalpel. This is Buzzsaw, he turns into a saw. This is Slicer, he turns into a knife. This is Refrigerator, he's a microwave. Then there's like Decepticons that have really sexual sounding names. Like, there's one named Lugnut, there's one named Ramjet, and then there's a guy literally named Thrust, and I turned it off. I was scared to see what he turned into. Yeah, it's horrifying, like a cartoon. Yeah, so I just moved back out of my parents' house. Anyone else move out of my parents? No? Just me? All right. Good. I don't know any of you. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I moved out of my parents. I moved to Santa Ana because I like to live in fear. There's a lot of crazy drivers in Santa Ana. My first week there, I saw this one guy get completely run over by this car. Yeah, I started freaking out. I didn't know what to do. It was my first time getting a DUI, so yeah, first one's free. So yeah, moved to Santa Ana, born in Anaheim, worked in Anaheim. I've gone far in life, thank you. I worked at Disneyland for 4 years. I'm a survivor. Yeah. And Disneyland's racist. Yeah. They say they're not, but I worked at this place called Club 33. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's a super rich, super exclusive club that's pretty much only white people. And they had the brilliant idea of putting it in the only part of Disneyland that's modeled after the segregated South. So, yeah. Doesn't look good for them, yeah. I think Disneyland's a lot like North Korea too, like they both built like giant statues of their leaders and like to pretend everyone's okay. Everyone here's happy, but they don't pay them for shit. But when you work at Disneyland, everyone always wants something from you. My friends were like, sign me in. My parents were like, Derek, sign me in. My ex-girlfriend was like, give me child support. So I quit and went to Knott's, and nobody wanted anything from me there. It was great. My dad lived right down the street, and he's like, it's too far. So, it's clear I'm not the favorite child. So yeah, my parents had 4 kids, but they recently admitted they had sex 3 times. So I'm thinking one of us was adopted, probably. So, I think it's Ladanian, but I'm not entirely sure. So, I don't know. Both my parents are disabled. Woo for me, yay. Yeah, my mom's in a wheelchair. My dad's from Detroit, so it's tough being a Lions fan. Yeah. And I actually got my mom a new wheelchair. Yeah, I duct taped a pillow to a unicycle, so yeah, she could take herself to the bathroom. Yeah, which I also remodeled by duct taping a toilet seat to a unicycle. So yeah. And my ex-girlfriend was the loudest person on the planet. So like I had her on my phone as human alarm clock. Yeah, because I stopped using one when I was with her. It was great. Like, we'd be in bed and I'd turn over to her and be like, hey, can you start giving me shit at like 6:30? So it worked every time until my alarm clock died. So, yeah. And she was so loud. Like, one time we were having sex and she was so loud she woke the neighbors up. Yeah. We'd leave their house immediately. So, yeah. Yeah, I told my parents I was a comedian, and my dad was like, I wish you were gay. So I tried going to a conversion camp, It's like I gave them $1,000, and they just gave me 100 pesos, so that shit doesn't work. So I never learned fractions. Now I'm Muslim, woo. So, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I don't believe everyone's equal. I don't. I believe everyone's equal. I think good people should be able to get away with doing more things than bad people. Like Ashton Kutcher, like he's a better person than everyone here. Like, he quit acting to run a company that saves thousands of kids from child trafficking every year, Like, I think he should be able to keep a few of them. Just a few of them. Yeah. I'm better with him, yeah. I also don't believe in God. Shocker. Yeah. I don't believe in God because 1 year growing up, my brother just rinsed his mouth with mouthwash, didn't get any cavities. And I brushed my teeth every day and I still got an STD. So. Fuck you, God, yeah. I'm ready to retire. Yeah, I'm 27, I'm just done. I can't wait till I'm like 85 years old, on my porch, shaking my fist, yelling at the kids, get off my lawn. You know, while the cops yell, put the kid down. So then I put him down and they charge me with murder, and it's like, what? So, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I adopted a puppy. That's going great. Yeah, she was found in a box in Bakersfield, so like a home in Bakersfield. So. Yeah, and a lot of my friends were like, "Oh, Derek, getting a dog is just like raising a child," and that's fucking bullshit. Like, everything we do to dogs is illegal to do to children, you know. My dog sleeps in a cage every day, so I left her alone tonight with nothing but a bowl of water. Yeah. I got her fixed at 6 months old. Like, I would never even think about fixing my daughter till she's 13. So. And everyone's always arguing about whether dogs or cats are better. Like, it's pretty obvious to me. Like, I've never met a cat that's mauled any kids to death. So that's why I prefer dogs. So, yeah. I read this article that this drunk woman had to pay a $600 fine for urinating on a stack of potatoes at Walmart. That's bullshit. A $600 fine for doing her job. It's Walmart, everything's got piss on them. Except the toilets, they probably clean their hands there, I don't know. Walmart's disgusting. Like, I was there the other day and I saw the manager had to tell this homeless lady to put on pants in the store or she'd get fired. Like, I'd shop at Target, but then I'd have to shower and get dressed, and that's just not gonna happen. I'm not even sure I want to go to the bathrooms in Walmart. Like, they can't be that good if the homeless people are allowed inside and still choose to pee outside. Like, it's not worth it. But what's with the McDonald's inside of Walmart? Like, how'd they find anyone to hire? Like, if I see you working at McDonald's inside of Walmart, I'm going to assume you just got out of prison. Like, not even the regular McDonald's would hire you. Think of it like, what do you tell your parents that you work at McDonald's or Walmart? Which one's less embarrassing? I think they should take out the McDonald's and replace it with a homeless shelter. Yeah, that way there's a bed for all their employees to sleep in. So. I don't like Bill Gates. I'm not a fan of Bill Gates. My parents are always like looking to him for role models, and I'm just like, that's not fair. Like they're like, pursue your interests, Derek. Look at Bill Gates. He pursued his interests. I'm like, when Bill Gates pursued his interests, he was called a genius and got $1 billion. And when I pursued mine, I was called a stalker and got a restraining order. So it's not fair. Follow your dreams, Derek. My dreams involve riding a T-Rex that shoots lasers out of its eyes. So. My dreams went extinct 50 million years ago. So, yeah. Fuck Bill Gates. Played a lot of sports as a kid. Yeah, I thought the more sports I played, the more my parents would love me, but it just meant they had to pay for college because I sucked. And I had an older brother. Yeah, when I moved back home, he moved in at the same time because he's killing it with his business degree, you know. And I always felt like I was more mature than him because I always did a lot of things before him. I got a car before him. I graduated from college before him. I got tried as an adult before him. During the pandemic, I wasn't going to the gym, but I've been going to the gym a lot more now. It's gone great, but I hate those dudes that are always like acting like they're training for the Olympics, always grunting and groaning everywhere, like, I don't think you should be able to make that sound unless you're in the hospital giving birth, or like in the bathroom giving birth. Like when I go to the gym, I wear shirts that are always like a few sizes too big, so it looks like I lost a lot of weight, you know, like, thank you, yeah. I get a lot of supportive comments like, good job, man, keep it up, give me my shirt back, how'd you get in my lockers? Yeah. Fuck the gym, yeah. So, I'm a paid writer. I make about $90 a month. It's going great. Yeah, I'm almost at 3 figures, thank you. Yeah. And I always get comments like, oh, but what do you do for money? So, So I pull out my gun and rob them. So, fucking 12-year-olds. Yeah. Almost as dumb as people that think video games cause violence. They don't. It's the kids I play against that make me violent. So I had a shitty week. I got pulled over for driving in the carpool lane by myself. Yeah. So I popped my trunk to show the cop that I didn't. So yeah. Apparently the other person has to be conscious and untied for it to count. So my dad's useless. Yeah. Useless. Yeah. I actually had a friend that was in high school killed by a drunk driver. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just couldn't press on the brakes in time. So it's yeah. That joke's for that one dude in the back. I have a joke for each person here. So yeah. I'm gonna end this on a positive note. My cousin's cancer-free now. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. The funeral's on a Wednesday. So, yeah, doctor said it was blunt force trauma, so he beat cancer. Yeah. Thank you. I'm Derek Feeman.
Woo!
All right, give it up one more time, Derek Feeman.